Hey there boys and girls, like Skillfigure here, and welcome back to another Titanfall video. And as you can see on the screen right now, we actually get the first Titanfall sniping gameplay this time around. If I remember it correctly, I think this was also my very first time using the Kraber. Previously in the beta we've only had the empty Kraber, which was achievable or unlockable through a burn card, which is actually kind of a pack-a-punch version of the Kraber, but you can see that I already modified it a little bit. The reason why it took me so long is because you don't unlock the Kraber until I think rank 44 or something, so it really takes like up a lot of time. I think the highest rank in Titanfall is 50, and yeah, so 44 is definitely a big chunk until you can finally play with it. And as you can see on the screen right now as well, it's a one-hit kill across all ranges. I think I already mentioned it before in the beta, but you will have proper bullet velocity with the Kraber, because it actually has like end battlefield a velocity, so you're rather shooting like a small rocket, so or an explosive round, and you can actually see it traveling. No scope fail right here. And yeah, this is, I guess, one of the main things to balance it out, because if you got a one-hit kill, you kind of want to make sure that people are hitting with it, because they know how to aim, they're not just camping or anything. But yeah, you can see the damage is 500 if you're rodeoing it, 600 on Titan. The magazine size is 5. You can also see the full and empty reload with 2.5 and 3.6. The RPM at 111, which is quite high, which means a rechamber time of 0.5 seconds. Again, incredibly fast. So yeah, the Kraber is definitely one of the cooler weapons in the game. It's definitely probably one of my most go-to weapons soon, since I will be playing more and more with it, because yet again, it's the only bolt action we're getting in Titanfall. And many people are actually, like, they complain a little bit about the weapons we had in Titanfall, and they said it's not enough. But I think there might be weapons coming, and I think as long as the weapons are balanced, I don't have a problem with them if they're not like a tremendous amount of weapons. I mean, we got lots of them in Battlefield 4, but we know how Battlefield 4 works. But yeah, to another weapon, the 40mm cannon, which I'm using with my stryder Titan right here. Also, the stryder is really my favorite Titan. At first it was kind of like, maybe even a little disappointed, because I did not know like how to play with it. But when you get it down, the dashes like can make you so superior. And again, the Ogre and the Atlas are cool as well, but I just really love the stryder. They're not a nice no-scope. Here I'm actually getting to level 45. But yeah, back to the 40mm cannon. It's actually like a sniper rifle for the Titans, at least in my opinion, because as you can see, they're doing quite a lot of damage, and a little bit later on you will also see how I blend in the how much life or shield a Titan has. Again, it's different for all the Titans, and as well for a pilot. Actually, we could check it out right now. So, as you can see on the screen right now, pilots do actually have 200 health. So this is kind of a new approach, because most shooters traditionally use the 100 health, like, I don't know, because maybe 100%, again, I have no idea. But that's how we normally see all the damage. And as a quick side note, all the stats right here, also the previous two ones for the 40mm cannon and the Kraber, were taken from Simfig.com. The link to it is in the description down below. I mean, you probably already know Simfig if you've been following my channel for a while, but I thought I would just tell you guys. And yeah, you can see that the Titan's health are also a little bit different. The Atlas with 8k, the Ogre with 10.5, and the Stryder with 5.5k. So there's also some other stuff like walk speed and melee damage, which are nice additions, and also nice to know if you really want to get down your Titan gameplay, I guess. But yeah, back to the actual gameplay stuff itself. So right here, we're still playing with the Kraber, and as you can see, I also modified, well, my attachments, you could say. I'm using, I think, the 2.4 times zoom scope. So normally you're starting out with the 6 times scope, and the 6 time kind of makes sense if you're just somewhere up and camping. But if you want to do like the parkour sniping and you want to run around and you want to kill people on the go, that really won't make it. Like the ADS time is just too high, and normally you're dead before you scope. Then also the magnification level is too high as well. So most of the time, again, you're aiming in and you just cannot follow your target quickly enough and keep your aim up. So the 2.4 times zoom scope, the small one I use, is really the best one in my opinion. I would probably suggest it to anyone who's doing the parkour sniping and really wants to just be on the go with his sniper rifle. The only little thing that annoys me about the Kraber is this giant, like, gigantic magazine on the left side. I think if there would be a way to reduce the size of that, I would be actually pretty happy, because the small scope and this giant bulky bolt action and then this giant magazine just makes it look a little bit odd and weird. But yeah, besides that, I'm also running with the extended max attachments. Also, the stuff you will be unlocking for the Kraber, like I think there's also suppressor and something else, you really do unlock them quite quickly. So I actually just remember now, this is my second round using the Kraber, because in the round before I unlocked everything in one match, and the stuff you gotta do is really, really easy, like kill one Spectre or kill 5 grunts, and then you're already unlocking it, and this is like the biggest fail ever. Like, you see that still not come to travel time, and even though it looks like the Kraber is doing like some explosive damage, well, it is an explosive round, but it's not doing splash damage. So back there I was actually trying to hurt that guy with the splash damage, but as you saw, there's no real splash damage to the Kraber, and yeah, just to keep that in mind if you're sniping with it. And right here another fail. But yeah, I think eventually I'm getting this guy right here somewhere. Oh no, he's already dead. Oh, never mind. But back to another question. So many people were actually asking me if it is really hard to snipe in Titanfall, because, well, there's lots of vertical gameplay and the magnification level of these scopes is often too high to, well, probably use them in a fast-paced scenario if you're close up and all that stuff. And I gotta say, sniping isn't really that easy in Titanfall. I mean, it is easy in terms of you have a one-hit kill rifle, but you still got the bullet velocity, so it's a little bit hard to aim. And yeah. Yet again, if you're playing something like Hardpoint Domination, as I am here, also, by the way, this is a flawless 19-0 gameplay, I forgot to say that. But if you're playing Hardpoint Domination, there's a certain flow and feel to the map, which makes it a little bit easier to, anticipate the enemies, and again, this makes it easier to pick off targets and just aim at your targets in general. And I think with an objective game mode like this, it's a little bit easier than, for example, in attrition, because I feel like in attrition everyone is just running everywhere, and there's like no real sense, no objective, everyone is just like a headless chicken. But yeah, also was trying to drop my Titan, that guy right here, but just pushed him away. And I also could say that for other objectives game modes, like Capture the Flag, then it would make sense to use the Kraber, but yet again, it is really hard, because like Capture the Flag is so fast paced and you really have to keep up with it, and it's really hard to just be all that fast and stuff. Like 60 FPS sometimes feels like 30, if you know what I mean. And yeah, but I really gotta say, I do like sniping in Titanfall. I was a little bit afraid at first because there was only one bolt action, so there's always a risk, because if there's only one, you never have like a second chance, or you can do something else. Another tip as a side note, always use the wall hanging, as I'm right here. Wall hanging can be so useful. For example, if you're capturing a flag or yes, a point, just as I am right here. If you're wall hanging somewhere around or above the objective and you cloak yourself and you're hanging there, no one will really know that you're there and capturing the point. So yeah, I think that's actually a pretty cool way, and people are underestimating it. Also, another thing, you saw my Titan just was rodeoed by that guy there. You can actually shoot cluster missiles against the wall if you're not running smoke, and then you just turn your back to the wall and lean up in the sky. So you're looking up so that you're leaning back, and this will, the explosive damage of your cluster missiles will actually kill the pilot that is rodeoing you, just as a little tip or as a side note, because this is one of the most effective ways to get rid of a pilot that is, that is rodeoing you. And I think here we're also getting pretty close to the end as well. Still capturing B one more time. The game wasn't actually not really close, but not really like unfair as well. So I think 400 is the final score in a Hardpoint Domination game, and they will probably have around 330 or so. So yeah, it definitely was a good game. And I would also like to hear you guys' opinion if you would like to see more Titanfall gameplay. The last time I asked on the car SMG gameplay from Titanfall, I suggested that I would show some sniping gameplay, of course, because this is mainly what I'm featuring my channel about, sniping in video games. And yeah, I actually feel like Titanfall is one of the games that would make, that I have fun, or that I enjoy sniping in, because it is not really easy, even though you got a one-hit kill sniper, because people are super fast and they're super everywhere. So this is really hard to do and to hit them. So yeah, as always, I would love to hear you guys' opinion, and you could always also suggest what you would like to see next. Also, as a little side note, I don't think that the last time everyone was getting it. You can always suggest, and if I type in the comments something like a video title, if you want to see that video, just upload it. Like, just as a side note. And yeah, I guess for the end, the only thing I could say is Titan high five. I think that's pretty much all for now, so I hope you enjoyed the video. Lucky Skill Faker out.